If I asked you to think of Europe's most beautiful mountain range, you'd probably think of the Alps, right? And places in Switzerland, Italy, and France. And no doubt these places have their reputation for a reason. But with increasing tourism, and as someone who strives for adventure and exploring the unknown, I'm constantly searching for new and wild places to visit. And upon hearing of a hidden mountain range in the north of Montenegro, full of stunning peaks and breathtaking views, I just knew I had to travel there and show you guys what untouched wild mountains really look like. So let's go.
Good morning and welcome to Durmitor National Park. Today we're going up into these incredibly wild mountains you see behind me, and I'm going to do some insane hiking up there and see these epic views and explore this wild mountain range. So let's go. It's about 6:30 in the morning and I've just left the little town I've been staying in called Zabeljak, I think, and I'm staying in this beautifully old rustic cabin, really pretty in the mountains.
And it was pretty surreal knowing I was one of the few hikers heading into the mountains that day.
I do want to let you know that this national park is one of the wildest places in the Balkans, and it's home to bears, wolves and lynxes. So as much as it would be cool to see one, I'm really hoping while I'm hiking alone here I don't, because that would be a little bit scary. I'm actually lost for words a little bit. This place is so stunning. It's just like pristine nature at its finest. You know, there's just tons and tons of these massive trees, and the lake is just so still and peaceful right now. It's incredible. And so I think we continued around this lake for quite a while, and then we climb up into the mountains. So it'd be beautiful to just see this lake. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were allowed to camp here, but there's a tent right on the waterfront, camping. I mean, what an incredible place to camp. I don't know if he's doing it illegally or if it's allowed, but if it's allowed, that's epic.
Walking around the lake was so peaceful, but soon the trail turned off the lake shore and into the thick forest.
Well, this cabin is incredible. It's just the type of cabin you'd think would be in the mountains like this. Proper wild mountain cabin. And I'm sure it's used by the National Parks team when they're out here. But yeah, getting proper wild now. It's feeling like the place, if I was a bear, that I'd be hanging out. So, got to keep my eyes out and be a bit careful. But yeah, looking beautiful so far. So peaceful hiking through here at the moment. There's just so many of these birds chirping and tweeting, and there's tons of these big fat squirrels as well. You know, it's just a testament to this national park. It's been here since 1952, I think, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's the biggest in Montenegro, and it's really diverse with its wildlife and nature.
And not only was it as peaceful as it gets hiking through the forest, but it was nice knowing that I wasn't going to bump into anyone else, as this path was hardly used.
Just come across an epic viewpoint, looking out over the whole lake and the forest below. Oh, and the mountains look gorgeous as well, if you can see them. This looks like a place for a break quickly. I don't know if you can see around me and behind me, but there is millions of these little midgy things, and they keep going in my face and in my eyes, and it's really annoying. I'll try to get a picture of them and show it now, but there's so many. Every centimeter of air is taken up by these things. It's ridiculous. But apart from that, it's lovely in here. nice under the shade right now because it's starting to get a bit warm. So it looks like I've reached the top of this alpine forest and it looks really, really clear coming up. So I'm excited to see some epic views.
The change in terrain was dramatic, and it quickly felt like I was surrounded by nothing but fresh air and insane mountain views.
This hike is so cool. I've never actually hiked in like rocks like these, and it kind of reminds me of like what the Dolomites in Italy would be like. A lot better than hiking through the alpine forest as well. But it is starting to get really hot right now, so yeah, let's keep going. I'm not sure if these are wild horses or if they're owned by some mountaineer type people up here, but they're really, really pretty. So chill, just sitting around eating grass up in the mountains. These mountains are just so wild, and there's not a single other person here. If you go to like the famous mountains in Switzerland or Italy, there's tons of people there. But you come out here and I'm all by myself. I've seen one other hiker early this morning, and apart from that, there's not a single other person here. It's just incredible. Just really think when you're booking your trips that there's places like this that have no tourists, or you could go to somewhere else and just be queuing in line for a photo, you know? Amazing. Montenegro, added to your list. I'm stunned.
Now, I just want to make it really clear that I'm not taking anything away from these popular destinations, but rather encouraging you to explore the unknown and try traveling off the beaten path, because that's where I believe the real adventures lie.
So this place looked really refreshing and nice from the top, so I thought I'd come down and have a swim. But I got here and there's so many frogs and tadpoles and all their eggs and stuff. So it's a bit, you know, dirty and stuff. And it's also quite shallow, as you can see, so I'm not going to swim in it. But such a shame because it's so beautiful, such an awesome location to come and have a swim with these massive mountains in the background. Incredible. But alas, I'll continue my hike up now.
As I climbed further into the mountains, the more insane the views got, and the more in awe I became of this magical place I had travelled to.
This is my favourite part of hiking. Just vibe into the tunes with incredible views. Incredible.
And as I sat there enjoying the view, I appreciated how lucky I was to have travelled to this place, and hoped that this video might have inspired you to one day have your own adventures too. As usual, thanks for watching and subscribe to join my journey to every country in the world.